guys, bangs are really fun, but if you're anything like me, you want to change things up every now and then. And it is a little bit harder with bangs to get many different looks, I feel, or sometimes I just don't feel like having bangs for a day and I want to hide them. So today I'm going to show you a couple of different ways you can hide your bangs, make it look like you don't have any, have them blend into the rest of your hair. So let's get started straight away. Of course, the easiest, kind of most logical thing to do is to braid your bangs. And I personally really like to braid them into 2 Dutch braids. So in order to do that, you just separate your hair into a middle parting. I like to clip one side of my bangs away while I'm working on the other side. Really, when you're doing a Dutch braid, it is so easy to incorporate your bangs in. All you need to do is just start at the very center here. Start making your braid. So you're going to braid under. So every time you braid a strand, braid it underneath the middle one. And this is going to create a Dutch braid, or a braid that's laying on top of your head rather than being woven into it. Now I'm starting to add a little bit of hair from my hairline or from my parting every time I braid a section of hair. So I like to stop braiding when I reach the nape of my neck. And when you've done both sides, it looks like this. A really cute and completely bang-free hairstyle. So another thing you can do, which is one of my personal favorites, is to wear your hair in a side parting. So it's really simple. All you need to do is just part your hair on the side, and you want to part your hair a little bit further than when your bangs end on the side, if you get what I mean. So you want a little bit of long hair to cover your bangs. May need to make mine even deeper still, like that. And then all you just do is brush your hair sideways or comb it sideways, and the long hair will cover your bangs a little bit. It's easiest if you then kind of wear this piece of hair behind your ear or pin it back with a bobby pin. But this is kind of the easiest and most natural looking way to hide bangs, in my opinion. You may need to use a little bit of hairspray. My hair kind of naturally likes to go in that direction. I often wake up and my bangs will all just be gone towards the side. So I don't need anything else to hold my bangs there. But if you do, then you can use some hairspray or a little bit of dry shampoo that has some hold, and that should work just as well. Demonstrate this with a bobby pin on the side here. Ta-da! No more bangs. So for the next method, I'm just going to grab all of my bangs, and depending on how wide your bangs are, you may want to add a little bit more hair, or maybe you don't have to. I am going to add a little bit more to make this as wide as kind of the space between the highest points of my eyebrows. And I'm going to make this into a little poof. So I'm going to take a comb and slightly backcomb this to create a little bit of volume. And smooth down the sides nicely. And pin this down with a bobby pin. Or maybe 2, just to be sure. And then you have a little poof. Now, of course, you can also incorporate this into different hairstyles, so updos, anything with a ponytail or a bun, if you want to get your bangs out of the way. So the next thing is a little bit more complicated, but looks really cool in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is braid, again, a Dutch braid across my face like that. And I'm going to start braiding right here on this side. So I like to tilt my head sideways, it just makes it a little bit easier to braid this way. So I'm going to separate my hair into 3 sections right here. And I'm going to start Dutch braiding again, but really close to my hairline. So trying to stay as close to my forehead as possible. I am going to add a little bit of hair to the front section every time its turn comes. And I'm only adding hair to the front section, so I'm not adding any hair to the sections behind that. I'm not exactly sure why I find this easier to do upside down, but I just do. So it may help you out as well. But once I come to the center of my head, I'm going to get back up again. Just keep on braiding. And when I've reached the other side of my face, I'm just going to finish this braid all the way down, almost all the way down. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail. Alright, I'm going to tie my hair off with a little hair elastic. And now I'm going to fluff my braid up. And what this means is just that I'm going to tug at the sides of all the individual little braided loops and make this braid really, really big. And then you can choose whatever you want to do with this braid. I like to just pin it back, kind of like that. And that's another way you can hide your bangs. I think this works really nicely with a side braid. It looks super cute. Those are a couple of quick and easy, some a little bit more intermediate ways you can hide your bangs if you don't feel like having them for a day. So there is another video here that I think you may also enjoy. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel by clicking here or the red button below. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon in my next video.